Tonight, we break down all of the action from Week 15 in the National Football League. We also bring to you our Week 16 prediction battles and the latest breaking news in the world of sports, including the top story of the weekend after being annihilated 63-21 by the Raiders. LA Chargers coach Brandon Staley and GM Tom Telesco have both been fired. It's showtime.
Turn me up. Turn me up. Turn me up. Turn me up.
Good up to the court, talking all that is sport, breaking down the latest news, scores, and more. Welcome to our Nation Sports Show.
All right, here we go. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. We're ready to go. What's going on, everybody? We hope everybody here is having a good week so far, and it is our Nation Sports Show. You wanted the best when it comes to the world of sports talk? You've got the best. And trust me when I say that we are real. We are here. We are alive and in living color, unlike the Kiss avatars. We are ready to rock your world with some sports talk. I am Ezra Vickery, of course. We thank you for joining us as always. And, of course, we got the three-headed monster here tonight, and we'll get to that in just a second. But, of course, we want to get the info to you guys on the ways you can interact with us and follow us. Of course, you can follow us here at the YouTube at youtube.com/Our Nation Sports Show. That's where we are live right now. And, of course, we're live there every Tuesday, same time, same channel, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And, of course, it's usually me, Joey, Kevin, and Steven. And we give our like, sports takes. And, of course, you can follow us there. Also, too, at Owen_Sports Show on Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. Screw X. Facebook.com/Our Nation Sports Show and Instagram.com/Our Nation Sports Show. Don't forget to follow, of course, our individual socials, which is, of course, located at the bottom of this video. Don't forget also, too, to follow the Nation's Corner on YouTube at the Nation's Corner on, of course, the good old Twitter, and the Nation's Corner on Instagram. Follow them on YouTube, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, as they do everything in the world of professional wrestling, which, of course, we love, too. Obviously. We love, and they're going to be, of course, this week, Mongrovi and Mike, Deb House, and Tony Justice, front row, and whoever else they bring on will talk all things pro wrestling. And there's a lot to get to from the previous week, including Ring of Honor's final battle, which happened on Friday, which they'll, if they haven't gotten into on that show, they'll recap a little bit. Also, don't forget to follow my crew at Too Sweet Cosplay across all socials. Our next event, as we know right now, is to be announced. Once we finalize details and get everything set, we will make a formal announcement on our socials. So at Too Sweet Cosplay across all socials. And by the way, we are taking cosplay submissions. So if you guys haven't gotten a chance to get a cosplay submission in yet, please do so, and we will feature it on our channel. Now that I got this spiel out of the way and the bills are paid, not really, let's go ahead and get to our crew tonight. And, of course, like you said, it's a three-headed monster. Kevin, unfortunately, some illnesses going on in the family, so he can't be on tonight. But, of course, this man will have his scores to be read during our score predictions tonight. And more than likely, we will see our boy Hijacker at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, where he'll be giving his scores as well. But right now, we got with me the leader of the Roll Tide, Joey JT Thornton. What's going on, man?
What is going on, everybody? It's great to be back after having to miss the show last week because of play practice at my church, which, by the way, the play went well. But yes, I'm glad to be back, ready to talk some football, ready to talk some Lord knows what. So let's get into it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, we can't have the show without the man who did his first solo show last week, and that is my heavy metal brother from North Carolina, the king of all heavy metal, the king of all rock and roll, the king of the nighttime world, Stephen Wyatt. What's up, buddy?
I love that Kiss reference so much. It's actually one of my favorite Kiss songs of all time. And great reference. And yeah, doing that show last week was a lot of fun. Flying solo. It was very interesting being the only person on screen talking about the world of sports last week. And glad to have you guys back on the show this week. And looking forward to getting into the world of sports. And there was a huge beatdown that occurred on Thursday and a subsequent firing that happened the following day. And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into all the news, the ins and the outs of Week 15 in the NFL, and whatever comes up. So with that being said, let's go.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to get into a lot of great news. But of course, before we go, we want to, of course, next week is a big week because obviously it is Christmas week. And before we begin, we want to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. We want to wish you guys all that because, of course, next week we are going to return on the 26th on Tuesday. Of course, I unfortunately will not be on due to my work schedule changing for the week. So whoever will be available, whether it be Kevin, Joey, and Steven, or whatever combination, they will be available to do the show. And you guys will get a nice show on that day, too, on Tuesday, just as a precursor. You mentioned about beatdowns, you mentioned about firings. But before we get into that, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of news in the sports world we got to get into. And, of course, we got to start with the NBA. It was announced earlier today, it was announced the other day that Ja Morant tonight returns for the first time since his long suspension. So we will see the return of the big man for the Memphis Grizzlies back on the court. So the question I have for you guys, now that he seems to have served his quote unquote time, if you want to put it that, now Ja Morant returns tonight. I believe the Grizzlies play the Pelicans, so it shouldn't be. I mean, the Grizzlies are 6-19, 16-11 for the Pelicans, so it's going to be an uphill battle. But now that Ja Morant is back, do you think that the Grizz are going to be able to, start pulling off some wins, or do you think with Ja Morant sitting out for so long, it's going to be rust on him and it's really not going to change anything? That's the question I have for you guys. And do you think that the time served that Ja Morant had, do you think that's gonna make any necessary? Do you think it was how do I put it? Do you think it was worth, or do you think it was viable? Do you think the time he was sent down was given? Do you think that was good enough?
All right, so I will go ahead and start us off here. Me personally, Ja Morant is, yes, he is an above average player, but he's not an elite player. And with that being said, I don't care if he's coming back to the lineup tonight. It ain't going to make much of a difference because the Grizzlies are already a garbage team on paper. So what? Adding their elites or adding their so-called elite superstar basketball going to make things better? Absolutely not. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Ja Morant is a great player. He is. But what is the one thing that we have said here time and time again on the sports show? It takes more than one person to make a team. And that is the case with the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant cannot do everything by himself. And if the Grizzlies coach, which I can't think of his name right now, if he thinks he's going to thrust Ja Morant in there and expect him to put up NBA All-Star numbers right away, it ain't going to happen. Because if there's one thing that if there's one thing that most NBA teams improved on, over the offseason and even into this season, it was defense. And the Grizzlies, 6-19 in the 25 games that John Morant was out. Give me a break. You mean to tell me that of all the players on Memphis, they have to wait for John Morant to come back to suddenly make an impact? No, that's not how an NBA season works. The mantra whenever one person is down via injury or suspension is next man up. And that has been one philosophy that Memphis has not figured out this season. So, long story short, John Morant coming back isn't going to do a bit of good. It's not going to lead to anything. And bottom line is, Memphis sucked whenever Morant was out. And Memphis is still going to suck even with Morant back in the lineup. End of story.
That is a great point by you, Joey, because when you look at the mantra of sports, no matter what league it is, all four North American, sports leagues, most teams have lived by that code, next man up. Because when an injury happens, when a suspension happens in the world of sports, that is usually when the teams of the brothers and or sisters come together, next person up. And you have to rally around your teammates. Because if you don't corral around your teammates and pick them up, their entire demeanor can change. And for instance, like the Cincinnati Bengals, when Joe Burrow went out with the injury, we all thought that the Bengals won't make it to the playoffs because, in hindsight, when you look at teams that have lost their major players middle of the season vying for a playoff spot, usually they don't make it to the playoffs at all. But got to give the Bengals credit because Cincinnati has really upped their game. And they have stepped up in major ways, and they have supported Jake Browning, who has performed very well the last 3 weeks. So I agree that, that the Grizzlies, sure, John Morant is a huge asset when it comes to being a star athlete contributing on the basketball court. But when you've been gone for the past 2.5 months and have not played any preseason or regular season, ball, you're going to be cold coming into the first game. Probably he's not going to play at a high, consistent level. He's going to have to get his feet wet, to get back into the swing of things. But can he? Sure, he can. But it is up to the Grizzlies, the coaching staff, the GM, everybody involved to tell him, look, man, we're counting on you to put, to be responsible, to be to represent our team, our city, our state, and represent this league more importantly, because you got to think about it, from this perspective, guys. There are younger kids out there, that are admiring these athletes that have been doing this for 20, 25, 30 years to this very day. Or there's guys that have been doing it for 10, 15 years. And I think that maybe as long as Morant can, if his head can stay level, if his mind can stay level and he can, behave and, and be a good citizen, to, his city, his state, the league, because at the end of the day, they're paying him huge ass money. And I think that, can he change? Yeah, possibly, but it's up to him, nobody else, because you can fine him, suspend him, or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it's up to him to change his ways. So only time will tell.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Before we go on any further, I want to give a special shout out in the chat to Mr. William Gyron joining us tonight. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Man.
What's going on?
And thank you for that, William. Yeah, it was a lot of fun last week, hosting last week, and trying a solo show for once because there was a lot to cover last week.
Oh yeah, there was. I definitely agree with your guys' sentiments. I do believe that it's not really going to change much of anything. The team is trash. John Morant, it's going to take time for him to get acclimated, to get back to the way he originally was. And he's got to stay, like you said, level-headed. He's got to stay off. He's got to, for me, he's shut your fucking Instagram down, you dumb, stupid idiot.
Seriously.
As Jericho once said, look at you, giant idiot. Don't be like that.
And I agree with William to said in the chat, about Morant, a young kid with too much money. I mean, the kid's what, 22, 23 years old, and he's already making that much money? Like, you got to be level-headed.
And most people don't know how to handle that level of fame and fortune, and it brings them down. Exactly what's been happening. Exactly what's been happening with Josh. So, moving on from that, another thing we I just heard is yesterday during Monday's game, the Charlotte Hornets versus the Raptors, Miles Bridges was denied access to Canada because of his past legal troubles. So Miles Bridges did not play with the Charlotte Hornets because he had pled no contest to a felony charge of injuring a child's parent that happened earlier this year. So, which actually had suspended him 10 games in the beginning of the season. So he had been sitting out for a while. He came back, but then when he tried to go across the border with the team, he was denied access because that legal case is still pending. So, same thing with not the same thing in the sense, but also rookie Nathan Mensah from Ghana was also denied access as well. So, let's see. Here we go. Oh, listen to this. The Taiwan Beer Leopards have a new player. Former four-time NBA All-Star center, DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins going overseas.
Yep, it's for a 10-day and 4-game period. He's expected to join the team in mid-January.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Haven't heard from good old D-Cuz in a while, so it's good to see him out and about doing his thing. So, good for DeMarcus Cousins. Let's see what else. Anything else really of note? Oh, let's see. Also, here we go. Right here, Dylan DeVille and Brooks and Ime Udoka were both fined for offensive language towards the officials.
Like any coach hasn't used it.
What else is new?
Well, the sky is blue, green, grass is green, and John Moxley's bleeding. So there you go. I knew that would get over. But other quick news is that let's see here real quick. Cleveland Cavaliers center Evan Mobley will undergo arthroscopic surgery on his left knee and is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Oof.
Yep. Mobley is one of 3 players averaging 15, 10, and 55% shooting this season, along with Giannis and Domantas Sabonis.
Man.
Oh, and here's the big news. Oh, another big news that we talked about earlier this week in our group chat, and that is that Philadelphia Sixers president of basketball operations and James Harden's best friend, Daryl Morey, has been signed to a contract extension that'll extend him through the 2027-2028 season. So he's sticking around.
Interesting.
So he's sticking around for a little while. He probably got that contract because he got rid of James Harden. That's why he got the contract.
Probably.
Maybe.
Hey, you got rid of our headache. Congratulations. We want to keep you around for about 5 more years.
Thank you. You got rid of the cancer in the locker room. We'll pay you more money.
Yeah. The Sacramento Kings are signing Juan Toscano Anderson to a 1-year deal. He said, of course, he's played for the Warriors, Lakers, and the Jazz. He had been playing with Mexico City of the G League. So Free agent James Johnson is returning to the Indiana Pacers on a 1-year deal. This will be his 15th NBA season. He returns to the Pacers after playing with them last year. Some sad news coming from the Pacers world, and that is that the passing of NBA Hall of Famer George McGinnis. According to a statement, he passed on almost a week ago. I would say about 6 days ago, unfortunately. So all our condolences and all of our prayers go to the family and friends of Mr. McGinnis. Definitely one of the legends there. I'm pulling up some of his stats right now. Here, George McGinnis. Here we go. He is a 3-time ABA All-Star, ABA Most Valuable Player, and won 2 ABA championships with the Pacers. He's a 3-time All-Star with the 76ers. It was named ABA All-Time Team and inducted, of course, into the Hall of Fame. He has also been first team, second team, all second team, scoring champion in 75 for the ABA. His number 30 was retired. He's a third-team All-American, Mr. Basketball USA in 1969, and Indiana Mr. Basketball in 69 as well. He has over 17,000 points, 9,000 rebounds, and 3,000 assists in his NBA career, which spanned almost 13 seasons.
Wow.
So definitely rest in peace to George McGinnis there. He passed away early last week. So definitely wanted to read that real quick.
Some more sad news. It was reported that on Sunday we lost a fellow UNC Tar Heel, Mr. Eric Scott Montross, who was the center for the 1993 UNC Tar Heels when they won the NCAA championship.
Man.
He passed away at the age of 52 after a almost 9.5-month battle with cancer.
Yeah, definitely condolences go out to him and his family and all that stuff. And cancer sucks as always.
Yeah.
Former NBA G League player Chance Comanche and his girlfriend have been arrested after they've been accused of killing a woman whose body was found in the desert.
Oh, wow.
News that was reported earlier this week, actually reported yesterday, found on Daily Loud. So crazy stuff. That's insane to think about that. But let's see who else here. Of course, probably the biggest news coming out of the NBA this week is the indefinite suspension of Draymond Green. Of course, that came after when Draymond Green was in a tussle in one game, and he wound back and hit the player in the face with a wound up fist.
Yeah, Yusuf Nurkic from the Phoenix Suns.
Yep, Nurkic of the Phoenix Suns hit him right in the head. So of course, Draymond, unfortunately, being a repeat offender of things like that, has unfortunately been targeted, and this time he's going to be sitting out indefinitely until they decide what else happens. So,
I'm sorry, but it couldn't have happened to a better guy. I mean, when you have been a repeat offender and you have put your hands on players, whether it be accidental or even on purpose, you deserve to be sitting home indefinitely.
Exactly. I mean, Draymond, to me, the dude has anger issues. Because, think about it. Last year, he stomped on the chest of Domantas Sabonis. Earlier this year, he put Rudy Gobert in a freaking headlock. And now, all of a sudden, he's wailing his arms and striking people in the face. What the heck, dude? What is your problem?
Who does he think he is? CM Punk backstage at All in Wembley?
Damn.
Who does he think he is? Ken Shamrock?
But
By the way, get the new CM Punk shirt, www.shop.com.
yeah,
So-
I mean, Draymond Green, the dude has some problems
I
that he
agree.
needs to have sorted out.
Yeah, he definitely needs to reassess and figure out why he's doing what he's doing. And look, Draymond's a hell of a player, and that's
Absolutely.
that's not disputed by anything. That is not. But he, as a person, he needs to figure out what he's doing, because he needs to figure out why he's doing the things he's doing, because eventually it's just going to either put him in jail or it's going to eventually have him disqualified from the league
Yeah, that's true.
if they aren't looking into that already, because he is a repeat offender. So no,
I
yeah,
mean,
he's kicked people in the cojones. He's done a lot of crazy shit. So the headlock, the stomping of the chest, it's
Adam Silver, he knows how to ban NBA players for life, and if Draymond Green keeps this mess up, his name might just be added to the list of banned NBA players.
it'd be just might. I agree.
Yep. And honestly, if I'm Adam Silver and the entire NBA organization, it wouldn't surprise me if he's gone. It wouldn't surprise me.
It honestly wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, because obviously you don't want to set a precedent where he gets, because he's already setting a precedent by letting Draymond get away with a lot of the stuff. I mean, they've obviously done some stuff to him, like I wouldn't say suspended him, but they have suspended him, fined him, and all that to say, hey, you can't be doing that. But then again, it's gonna really take Adam Silver to really have to do some, really gonna have to suspend him or fire or disqualify him or whatever, to send a shot across the bounds and say, hey, you can't be doing that. You know what I mean? So
And I just read a headline from CBS Sports that reportedly, don't know if it's been confirmed, it says Draymond Green to start counseling to at least 3 weeks. Don't know if that's true, because at this point it's just rumors. But
yeah, it's something that I've seen reported on any of the, like, even Adrian Wojnarowski has not even reported it yet. So I wouldn't.
I take that with a grain of salt. I mean, Golden State, and this article's headline is very, very accurate. NBA's concerned for Draymond Green's and key is a definite, in the suspension. Like, they're worried about, because you cannot afford to keep getting away with this type of stuff, because eventually that will lead to you being fired
Yep.
from the league.
Yep, I agree. But let's see. Yeah, of course. Oh, and some other news is that there's a little bit of a, let's just say, a little bit of a bench mafia reunion. If you're a Bulls fan, joining the Knicks on a non-guaranteed deal, Taj Gibson.
Wow, that's a name you haven't heard of in a long time.
Yep, he is going to be rejoining. He's going to be joining the Knicks and rejoining his old coach Tom Thibodeau.
Interesting.
And I agree with William what he said. They wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to the Pistons back in the day. Oh no, they would have roughed him up good.
Roughed him up, dude. His ass would have been jumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were thinking about it, be like, might as well jump. Only me would make the Van Halen reference, but
Yeah, I'm about to say only Ezra could make up a Van Halen reference.
Yep, you got it bad.
what are you, Usher?
No. Well, I was doing the Hot for Teacher reference.
Oh, I was gonna say, what are you, Usher? Got it, you got it bad?
You could go with that reference too, but I was going with the Van Halen.
Ah, okay. All right, moving on.
Anyways.
Moving on for that, so we don't continue to bore our listeners. With that being said, I think let's see. I think NBA wise, that pretty much wraps it up because there wasn't that much really going on. So with that being said, excuse me for the yawn. Oh, here we go. Boston Celtics are zeroing in on free agent Drew Peterson on a two-way deal. He's been with Sioux Falls of the G League, so
Interesting.
so with that being said, as far as NHL, really, NHL is, I mean, I love the NHL myself. Of course, me being a massive Blackhawks fan. So, fortunately, my Blackhawks not doing so well in the beginning of this season. It's been a rough one. Showed some glimpses and hopes the other night, but speaking of speaking of NHL, there's a big game tonight. That is, of course, the Edmonton Oilers taking on the New York Islanders tonight. Here, actually, they're going to be puck drop is actually going to be in just a few minutes. Oh yeah, real quick, slate of NBA games for tonight. Let's go over that real quick. Slate of NBA games tonight, and there are some good ones for sure. You got the Grizzlies and Pelicans, Spurs and Bucks. Spurs and Bucks takes place at 8 p.m. Eastern. 10 p.m. Eastern is Golden State and Boston, and then it's Trailblazers and the Suns. Both at 10. Both at 10. Check your local listings to figure out which game is going to be in your market. So, and then as far as the NHL goes, big news from there. Let's see. Kevin Korchinski returned to the Blackhawks team after dealing with his father's passing. So that's a big get back for the Blackhawks to get him. The Senators, the Ottawa Senators, have fired their head coach, DJ Smith. Jacques Martin named the interim head coach for the time being. Kings goaltender Phoenix Copley has been placed on a long-term injured reserve with a lower body injury. And also tonight, Bruins are going to get forward Pavel Zacha to return after an upper body injury that he sustained earlier in the season, so he'll be back. That's good news for you Bruins fans out there. And also returning to lineup is the Red Wings, getting back Dylan Larkin. They got him back the other night in a loss to the Ducks, which I believe they also feature my former Blackhawk player, Alex DeBrincat. So tonight, game-wise, as far as tonight goes, of course, tonight we got the right now going on, we got the Bruins and Wild are tied up 1 apiece in the first. Sabres and Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets up 2-1 in the first. Rangers Maple Leafs, no score in the first. Lightning up 1-0 over the Blues in the first. Flyers and Devils up 1-0 in the first. And then Hurricanes and Golden Knights tied at 1 apiece in the first. You got the, like I said, Oilers Islanders. Puck drop is just in a few minutes. Then at 8 Eastern, Canucks and Predators. Avalanche and the Blackhawks at 8:30. 9 Coyotes and Senators, and then Sharks and Kings at 9:30 or at 10:30 Eastern. So check your local listings for those games if you're an NHL fan and want to watch them. So we got that going on. But now it's time to get into what we're here to talk about, and that is, of course, the NFL.
Oh, but real quick, I want to point out a quick piece of baseball news.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Andrew McCutchen is going back to the Pittsburgh Pirates on a 1-year deal.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Nice for them to get back their star hitter, man.
And keep in mind that going into the season, he is only going to be one home run away from 300 in his career.
Very nice. And there is a lot to get into in the world of the NFL for sure, man. Wait, did that happen? Steven, you talked about the Shohei Ohtani news last week, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah, let me just say that. First of all, stupid amount of money to give on a 10-year deal. And as far as that goes, MLB, fuck you. You know, stupid idiots paying that kind of money. It's going to be another Giancarlo Stanton. Watch. On to the NFL news. There's a lot to get into. Aaron Rodgers announced today on Pat McAfee's show that he will not return this season.
Of course he will not, because the Jets have been eliminated. Elimination. Elimination.
Total elimination. It's I don't know why people thought he was going to return. It's a fucking Achilles tear. You're not returning in 4 months. There is no medical science that allows you to return that quick. I'm sorry. You could be the healthiest man alive with every medical procedure imaginable. You are not going to heal in 4 months from an Achilles tear. There are instances where people have Achilles tears can take up to 14 months to heal. There's examples of that. We see that with Adam Copeland, Edge, coming back in 8 months after an Achilles tear. We see people come back in 7 months after Achilles tear, 9 months. You are not coming back only a few months after having an Achilles tear and be 100% be the player / wrestler, whatever you used to be. I'm sorry, but if you're a Jets fan and you thought that was happening, I hate to be James Storm, but sorry about your damn luck.
Exactly.
Stupidity on all levels.
Especially since the fact that Rodgers he's already not going to be 100% even when he takes the field next season. And there's a pretty good chance that he could re-injure that same Achilles again because, Aaron Rodgers is not getting any younger. So Aaron Rodgers is always going to be an injury risk going forward now. At least in this day and age.
Yep.
Listen to this. Tommy DeVito was scheduled to make an appearance at a New Jersey-based pizzeria called Canigelo's Old Fashioned Pizzeria in Morristown. He was already scheduled. His agent said his appearance would be $10,000, which is for the appearance okay. Well, after he won on Monday night, after they had won Monday night after they did the comeback. Monday Night Football last week when he led the comeback against the Packers, his agent doubled the appearance fee to $20,000.
What?
And unfortunately, they had to cancel because he couldn't afford to pay the extra $10,000. Well, Tommy DeVito, being the good guy that he is, made an unpaid appearance at the pizzeria yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Oh no, today. Made an appearance today at an completely unplanned, unpaid for appearance at the pizzeria to greet people and to say hi to the employees and to the management. So he kept his word despite his agent wanting to double his appearance price after that. So good on Tommy DeVito for being a good person, That's all I gotta say, He could have easily went with his agent, said, sit back, not worry about the appearance and stay at home. because he could make an extra 10 grand, but he instead decided to come on his own dime, say, you know what, screw it. I don't want to be like that. And he was a better person for it. So So Tommy DeVito, congratulations on that, and thank you for beating the Packers last Monday. Appreciate it, buddy. So that was a little bit of kismet right there. The Texans have signed quarterback Tim Boyle to the practice squad. Of course, that's coming off the news that CJ Stroud has, unfortunately went out with a concussion, and he did not play this past week. So they decided to sign him. He's the former New York Jets quarterback. Hopefully that isn't a curse, but here we go. The Colts have suspended Isaiah McKenzie and Tony Brown for 3 games for conduct detrimental to the team. So they are done for the regular season. It did not disclose what behavior led to the decisions made by the Colts, but it said the nature of the violations rose to a level where severe punishment was warranted. Let's see what else. Let's go to Adam Schefter's Twitter now. So, but see right here. Oh, some sad news that just dropped about 10 minutes ago. Passing of Hall of Fame offensive lineman for the Kansas City Chiefs, Ed Buddy. Let me pull up his stats a little bit. Ed Buddy. He was a guard for the Kansas City Chiefs in the American Football League and in the National Football League. He was a round 1 picked 4 by the Philadelphia Eagles, and then in the AFL picked 8 in round 1 as well. He played 14 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a former Super Bowl champion. He's a former Super Bowl champion, and I believe it is Super Bowl 4. Or no, Super Bowl. I'm not good with Roman numerals, so don't mind me. He's a 2-time AFL champion, AFL All-Team, 5-time AFL All-Star, 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time First Team All AFL, 2-time Second Team All AFL, Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame, and First Team All American in 1962. He's had 3 fumble recoveries and 177 games played. So rest in peace to Ed Buddy. Passed away at the age of 83 years old. Lived a long life, but unfortunately some sad news coming down from that. Ravens have announced that Keaton Mitchell, the running back, will be on injured reserve, and they signed Melvin Gordon III from their practice squad to the 53-man roster. So let's see here. Hey, the Panthers are releasing 4-time Pro Bowl linebacker Justin Houston.
Really?
Yep.
Yep, at his request.
If I was the whole team,
Well, who could blame him?
If I was the whole team, I'd make a group request to get the fuck out of Carolina. I would get out of there and say, "Hey, can I go back to college and play for the fucking Tar Heels?"
I bet you in his mind he's ready to be gone from Carolina.
Is that some sort of reference?
Yeah, it's Carolina in my mind. James Taylor.
Yeah, I don't listen to James Taylor very much, so I wouldn't. That's one I wouldn't have gotten, Steven. Steven, that went over my head than a Kenny Pickett touchdown pass. That was more left field than a Cody Parkey field goal kick.
That was just as bad as that kicker from Jacksonville on Sunday who doinked it off the upright. Anyways.
Yeah, and of course it's been Will Levis from the Tennessee Titans is dealing with a high ankle sprain. So he's dealing with that. Of course, the biggest things coming up this week is the quarterbacks for the Monday game, which we will get into, and that is, of course, Jalen Hurts and Geno Smith. Jalen Hurts was sick. Geno Smith dealing with the injury, so it's like, so it was questionable until the game time. So that was crazy. Other big thing is Steelers safety Damontae Casey suspended for the rest of the season for repeated hits, for repeated violating hits on people, including one that was pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he hit the neck area of Michael Pittman Jr. And it's multiple times that he's done that. So now he's suspended for the rest of the season, including if the team makes it to the playoffs. So he's pretty much done. Let's see what else here. Mike Tomlin has announced that Mason Rudolph will take over as a quarterback. Oh, and I wonder why. Let me think about that. It's coming to me. I think that's right. Trubisky sucks. Why do you think Chicago got rid of him? I haven't seen Joey this silent in a while. Holy shit.
Well, just not really a lot going on.
Right.
All right.
Oh.
Giggity.
Giggity. All right.
Of
All
course.
right, guys, with a Family Guy reference.
Yep.
Which that's a Quagmire reference.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence and of course CJ Stroud have been dealing with the same issues, concussion issues. Both men have been in concussion protocol. Trevor Lawrence once again back in concussion protocol after the loss to the Ravens, which we'll get into here in a few minutes. Like I said, we talked about Keaton Mitchell. He's done for the year. Cowboys and Eagles both clinched playoff spots. And, of course, the 49ers clinched the NFC West. We'll get into all those scenarios. Brock Purdy looked like he was dinged up, but came back into the game. Thing with Kyler Call of Duty Black Ops Murray.
So is Christian McCaffrey as well.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey came back after he looked like he was dinged up as well. Let's see. Let's see here, real quick. Going down the line here. Oh, Tyreek Hill, of course, didn't play this week. Inactive. I believe that was due to illness, I think.
It was actually, I think it was the ankle injury that he sustained.
The ankle injury. That's right, yeah. Yeah, because I know a lot of players have been out due to illness, especially with everything going on with RSV and, of course, the resurgence of COVID. So, let's see. What else? Of course, Chris Olave didn't play. Josh Williams, he was questionable due to illness. And of course, like I said, Aaron Rodgers said he's not playing. What a shock that is. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as anything too huge. I mean, do you guys have anything before we move on?
Nothing for me.
I'm good.
That way we can get to the game scores before possibly Hijacker joins us for the predictions. So let's get right into it. Of course, we got to talk about this, and of course, this has some news to it too, and that is, of course, the Thursday night destruction of the LA Chargers. And let me start here. And this is gonna be some cursing. So if you have virgin ears, please turn the sound off right now. How in the fuck do you lose to a team that lost 3-0. 3-0 to the Vikings. Then you let them score 42 points in the first half. You don't score anything. Not a single damn point. You couldn't get a safety. You could even if they gave you a field goal kick just for shits and giggles, you couldn't even fucking hit it. Like, that defense was swarming. Where has this LA defense or where's this Vegas defense been all year? Where's this offense been all year? That's a question I have. Where the fuck has this offense been? What, have they been hibernating like a bear in the middle of the woods? Have been doing an Aaron Rodgers darkness retreat?
I mean, seriously, make it make sense, people. Because I still don't think this makes sense.
This is
no sense at all.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is like Tony Khan's AEW booking.
It's almost like somebody put on a game of Madden. I mean, 63 points.
Kevin, if you're listening to the show, is this a game that you played?
And are you sure you did not lose this game? Are you sure? Because tell you who lost this game? The Chargers. And more importantly, Brandon Staley and the GM lost a job. Because how in the hell do you give up that many points to a team, like you just said, Ezra, that didn't put up a single point on the scoreboard last week against the Vikings? I mean, 5 takeaways by the Vegas Raiders defense? They made that Raiders offense look like a juggernaut. I mean, no Josh Jacobs, no Jimmy Garoppolo, and it still didn't matter. 63 points. If they wanted to, they could have scored 70. Hell, they could have scored 77. They wanted to. That was the most embarrassing loss that I could think of by any team. It's because of the simple fact that there was no points generated in the first half by this Chargers offense. And I get it, there was no, you didn't have Justin Herbert. That was already setting you back to begin with. But how in the hell do you give up that many points to a team that hasn't scored that many points in weeks consecutively? You deserve to be fired, Brandon Staley. You know what? If I would have been the president of the football organization and operations, he would have been fired the minute he stepped foot in that locker room. Hey, Staley, you know what? It's been a hellacious ride, ups and downs. We did go to the playoffs that one year, but you know what? You're fired. What? You're fired. Yeah, you gave up 42 points in a row in the first half. And oh, by the way, Vegas scored the touchdown again on their drive to start the third quarter. 49-0. The game was already over. Pathetic. You made the Broncos giving up 70 points look like it was nothing. At least they tried. You didn't try. You failed. You know what? I will say this about Brandon Staley's firing. I will equate this in 3 scenarios. Strike 1, you blew a tie with the Raiders that could have gotten you and the Raiders into the playoffs in 2021. But no, you had to use game analytics, take a timeout, and they said, okay, you want to use gamesmanship? We're going to burn you. Daniel Carlson kicks the game-winning field goal. You're out, and Pittsburgh's in. Strike 2, obviously last year, 27-0 lead against the Jaguars. They blow that. They blew the lead and the game. Chargers lose that game. And finally, and embarrassingly, strike 3 on Thursday night. You give up 63 points to the Raiders. You disgrace me, Brandon Staley. And like Kevin said, he deserves to be gone. And thank God he's gone.
Well, if there's one thing that I will say about that whole monstrosity of a game that we saw Thursday night, at least the Chargers won't go down as the team with the worst loss in NFL regular season history.
Nope.
Because my God, that honor still is going to belong to, as long as I can remember and as far as I'm going to remember, the Tennessee Titans, 59-0 to Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Actually, I think it's even worse. I think if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was the Chicago Bears when they beat up on the then Washington Redskins.
Well, then again, that was a championship game, not a regular season game.
Yeah, and as far as regular season goes, oh, absolutely, it's the Patriots in the snow against the Titans. Yeah. Pathetic.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. I mean, when you look at, what went on, this past weekend, I mean, the NFL playoffs, the bracket is just wide open now. I mean, especially Saturday. I mean, Cincinnati coming back and beating the Vikings in overtime, 27-24. I mean, Jake Browning and this team was all but dead in the water. But Minnesota had to go full Minnesota and blow the lead.
Again.
And the Bengals came back to win that game. And then you look at the second game, the Colts absolutely beat up on the Steelers and shut them out the second half.
Oh yeah, they did.
And then if you thought that was bad,
how about
Sunday night?
The Lions smoking the Broncos the way they did?
Detroit smoking Denver 42-17. My God.
I got to give my props to Detroit. That is a team 2-3 years ago that went from absolute obscurity, a team that was at the bottom not only of the NFC North, but the bottom of the entire NFL. That was a team that was trash. It didn't matter who they had on it. If they had Ndamukong Suh, if they had this guy, Matt Stafford even. That team was complete, hot, fucking garbage.
Horrible.
They were the Carolina Panthers before the Carolina Panthers were the Carolina Panthers.
Pretty much.
But now that they got great coaching, great staff behind them, great players, Amari St. Brown, they got Jared Goff. I mean, seriously, they got all the weapons and tools that they need to really succeed. They're doing a great job. 10-4 record, big wins, against credible teams, beating Green Bay earlier this year, which was a big time win for them. 10-4 leaders in the NFC North right now. Unreal. Congrats to the Lions. But what about, and then of course, Steven. Congratulations, your Carolina Panthers finally won a second game.
It's a celebration.
Woo! Drinks on everybody.
I'm paying all the tabs. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, but here's the problem. I'm the type of person that says that and it leaves the tab for the other person at the bar.
And they did it in the pouring rain.
Yes,
it was a monsoon on Sunday here in the Carolinas. It was raining
on
like
last
crazy.
Second field goal from the 1-yard line.
Eddie Pinheiro, yeah! You kicked the Panthers to a second victory.
And keep in mind that the Panthers won their other game this year on an Eddie Pinheiro field goal.
Yes, the former Chicago Bears, so there you go.
I guess Chicago taught him actually how to kick.
Yeah, unlike Cody Parkey. That dude couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if it was 2 feet in front of him. I've seen Vikingo hit crazier moves blindfolded than freaking Cody Parkey has hit field goal kicks perfectly. Bears lost to the Browns. That Hail Mary, I don't even want to talk about that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Buccaneers beat the Packers. At least there was a bright light of my week.
Yep.
Buccaneers, man, they had a good game. Let's see here. Baker Mayfield, 381 on 22 of 28 4 touchdowns, no picks. Baker Mayfield, man. Chris
Very
Godwin,
good.
10 catches, 155 yards. 3 touchdowns. David Moore, Mike Evans, and Rashad White all had touchdowns in that game. Let's see who else real quick. Come on. Let's see. Also, of course, the Dolphins blanking the Jets 30-0.
Oh my God. I award you no field goals or touchdowns, and may God have mercy on your soul.
They played both Trevor Siemian to start with and then Zach Wilson.
And they still couldn't score a single point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but earlier in the year when Ezra announced that the Jets had signed Trevor Siemian, I called him a choke artist.
Yep, and Joey, you were dead right, man. You were right, dude. Their quarterback situation is more, their quarterback situation is more construed and fucked up than the AEW women's division's booking.
Yep.
Yes, I went there. I don't care. I'm not tied to any company. They can fuck off for all I care. Saints beat the Giants 24-6.
No surprise there.
It is the football Giants. Texans beat the Titans 19-16, and of course that's coming off of both. Will Levis dealing with the high ankle sprain, and of course, Texans beating Texans not having CJ Stroud. Hey, look who's here a little bit early tonight.
Yeah, a little bit early.
Ladies and gentlemen, the host of Smoking the Bay, which of course you can catch on there, check out his latest reviews. And that is, of course, our boy from Nation Night Fights as well, Mr. Hijacker Mike. What's good, brother?
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Not much is running down these scores in this past weekend.
Nice to see you here a little bit early, my man.
Yeah, I got through traffic a little bit, so I figure out why the hell not jump on with you guys for a quick minute on the show.
Sure, man. We were just running over the games for the week, just going over some of the big scores and stuff. We talked about, of course, the Raiders absolutely decimating the Chargers last week.
Yeah, let's continue on. No, they did a good job. That's well deserved. It's just odd to see them get a win like that after putting up a 0 burger the week previous.
Yeah.
So
and they put up a 63
burger.
burger. How do you want your burger cooked? Well done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Chargers had no electricity running through their bodies, that's for sure.
Yeah, I called them the no-volt bolts last week for a reason.
Yeah, you did.
Well, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, that circuit was short-lived. But yeah, we went through that. We talked about the Vikings and Bengals game. We talked about, of course, we went down the whole line. We talked about the Lions with their 42-17 win over the Broncos, which is not shocking. We talked about Steven's Carolina Panthers winning their second game. We gave them a congratulatory thing.
Yay.
Yeah.
And it officially takes them out of the running for what? Number 1 pick?
Yeah.
Well, they are anyways because Chicago owns that pick even though their record's so bad.
Yep.
Okay.
Speaking
Yeah,
of Chicago, what in the blue hell was that? I mean, you had a chance to win the game and you blew that one as well.
Hilarious thing is I tried to bypass that earlier. You just can't let it go, can you?
Payback's a bitch.
So's your girl. Hey-o! Or is that the broomstick you kissed in a closet? Never mind.
But anyways, yeah. I mean, Joe Flacco, he had a pretty good game. He did throw a pick or two, but he still found a way to get the job done. And Chicago had a chance to win that game, but they screwed it up on the Hail Mary.
Yeah, we had it, and the ball just rolled out, and they took it back. And that was...
Yep.
My heart sunk.
Yeah.
Bucks beat the Packers 34-20, so that made the pain of losing that game a little bit easier.
Yeah, even grounds.
Yep. Jets losing to the Dolphins 30-0, which we just talked about. Jets can you put up points on the board on that game?
Nope. Not even with 2 quarterbacks. Chiefs got back on track, not losing a 3rd consecutive game in a row.
I know you just missed my joke too, hijacker. I said their quarterback situation is more construed and fucked up than the AEW women's division booking.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to switch from Wi-Fi to regular on my phone because it was getting a little choppy.
I got you.
But all good.
All right. The Chiefs beat the Pats 27-17, of course. That's not shocking. So at least Taylor will be happy.
For now.
Well,
49ers got back on track.
She might not have been happy for too long because she might have been concerned when 87 got knocked around in that end zone the other day.
Yeah, and he dropped the ball again.
Yeah. I think they caught her in a what the fuck moment on the TV screen too.
Yeah. She was trying to shake it off, but
there you go. That reference works right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, yes.
49ers beat the Dolphins beat the Cardinals 45-29.
Brock Purdy had a great game. Christian McCaffrey had another great game. That defense, my goodness, they're rolling still.
I mean, they give up 29 points to the Cardinals, but I think that says more.
Yeah, but the game was pretty much over before then, so that was just garbage time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Garbage time is fun.
Yeah.
28-20, Rams over the Commanders. Joey, you care to elaborate?
Nope. There's one game I'm ready for you to get to. So go ahead and say.
I know.
Oh, is it the Bills beating the Cowboys 31-10?
And here is where my rant's coming from. Get ready, boys. Okay.
Yes. Let's go.
Here's the thing. Dallas Cowboy fans, there is one reason why I cannot stand y'all. Because y'all say the same absolute bull crap every year. Oh, this is our year. We the boys. Ain't nobody gonna beat us. We're the most unbeatable team in football. Oh, hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. I don't want to hear this crap. Because listen. Yes. You play great games at home. I'll give you that. But when it comes to playing elite teams on the road, you suck. I mean, you get beat by Philly on their home field. You get absolutely crushed by San Francisco about 2.5 months ago. And then this past Sunday, you get crushed by the Buffalo Bills. I mean, come on. Wake up, smell the coffee, and face the reality. Dallas is never going to be elite, no matter what people say. And until Mike McCarthy can take his fat butt off of the McDonald's menu and actually do something like coach a head team for once, and Jerry Jones, he's as blind as a freaking bat on the broadside of a barn. I mean, had to get somebody to clean his glasses all the time. I mean, Dallas, I just cannot take them seriously because they do the same shit every year. And pardon my French, by the way, but I cannot stand this Dallas Cowboy nonsense because they do the same crap every year. The fans go on a rant saying, ain't nobody gonna beat us. We gonna win the Super Bowl. Listen here, buddy. Y'all haven't even made a conference championship since when? 1995? I mean, yeah, it hurts me to say that my Commanders haven't made a conference championship game in a little bit longer time frame. But at least we have the mindset to say, oh, well, I mean, if we win, great. If we lose, oh, well, we'll just pick it back up. But Dallas, they're like, oh, nobody can beat us. Ugh. I mean, come on, Dallas fans. And come on, Dallas Cowboys team. I am not going to take y'all seriously until y'all win a Super Bowl. And chances are, all four of us are going to win the lottery before that happens. So that's my rant. Dallas sucks. End of story. We'll see y'all in the playoffs where you again.
They have lost all of their games this year on the road again. Dallas just can't win on the road again. I mean, they cannot win outside of the big D to save their lives. And they're lucky, and we're going to get to it here in a split second, that they are still the number 2 seed right now as of this very moment. Because if they have to be the 5th seed come to playoff times, they will not be making it back to the NFC Championship game, let alone a Super Bowl. And please, for the love of God, will the media stop kissing Dak Prescott's ass? He's not putting up MVP numbers.
Yes, that's another thing I was going to point out. To all the Dallas Cowboy fans that think that Dak Prescott belongs in an MVP race, heck no. Because until Dak Prescott can continue, notice I said continue, until he continues to put up consistent numbers against elite defenses, Dak Prescott is never going to belong in the MVP conversation.
Absolutely not.
This past Sunday against Buffalo, he got sacked. How many times? Like 5 or 6?
Something like that.
And something like that. And then 2.5 months ago, when Dallas went up against that big, bad San Francisco defense, he got picked off not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times.
His numbers against the elite have dwindled, especially on the road.
His numbers against the elite are absolute garbage. But
and then he laid the massive egg against Arizona.
But yeah, when he plays these no-name teams who can't play worth a crap, he puts up almost, unbelievable numbers.
The only reason why the media was saying, oh, Dallas is a possible championship contending team because they beat Philadelphia at home.
What did he do?
Come on.
Dak Prescott pulls a rabbit out of his hat, but keywords every once in a while. It needs to be consistent, but it's never going to be.
Nope.
Hijacker, you got anything to say about that?
Nah, I'm good. They ran it on enough right there.
All right. Moving on from that, Ravens beat the Jaguars 23-7. Of course, Trevor Lawrence is in concussion protocol now after this game, so
that Ravens running game, they were going bonkers in this game.
Yes, they were.
And then, of course, the Seahawks beat the Eagles in a gutsy game, 20-17.
Gutsy is right, because Philadelphia had this game in the bag, and they had one job, and they blew it.
They let Seattle drive down the field and win it.
You made Drew Lock look like Tom freaking Brady. You made Drew Lock look like Brett Favre. You made Drew Lock look like Joe Montana. And especially, you made Drew Lock look like the sheriff in town, Peyton Manning, which, by the way, seriously, if you are missing out on these Manning casts, you're missing out on some hilarious dialogue with Peyton, with Eli. It is gold. But what isn't gold is that Matt Patricia defense since he's taken over Philadelphia. Hey, as Urinating Tree said on Twitter, Philadelphia fans, I introduce to you the Matt Patricia defense.
You know what's funny about that? Philadelphia the last few weeks has slipped real bad. Now a 7-5, or was it 7-7 Tampa Bay team is above them in the playoff bracket now.
Crazy.
Philadelphia is still 10-4, and they are the 5th seed.
Yes.
They are the 5th seed.
Tampa Bay is the 4th.
Tampa's the 4th. Yep.
Yep.
So with that being said, it's crazy how if the Bucks are the NFC South champions, honestly, it could go either way. Like, really, it could.
Hey, Philadelphia would have to go play them at Tampa Bay.
And even for Dallas. But me personally, I want it to be Philadelphia because I want to see, can they really hang? Can they hang? Because the playoffs is a different mindset. And when you're on the road, that's where it's really challenging.
Yep.
And I honestly think Philadelphia took that number 1 seed for granted because they got beat up bad by San Francisco. Dallas beat up on them bad. And then last night you had the game, but Jalen Hurts, not surprised, he did not play well because he wasn't feeling well. And unfortunately, he was sick with the flu-like symptoms and stuff and not feeling great. But Philadelphia needs to be scared because now for them, they need to wake up and smell the roses because they cannot afford to take any more games off now. Because if they lose and Dallas wins, Dallas pretty much is in control of their own destiny to get the number 2 seed and the NFC East division title. And San Francisco is sitting pretty right now at 11-3, controlling their own destiny because they've already won another game, and Dallas won't catch them, because they have a better record. And if San Francisco wins one more game, they're pretty much locked in that number 1 seed, pretty much. Because with 2 weeks to go or 3 weeks to go, you win at least 1 or 2 more games, you're locked in. And Philadelphia has a lot to be concerned with because the defense, this is not the same defense that had that many sacks last year with 4 guys. This is not the same team. This team is very beatable. It's very beatable. Hell, all of these teams pretty much, with the exception of San Francisco, are beatable. Kansas City, beatable. Dallas, definitely beatable, especially on the road. I mean, Philadelphia has been beatable the last 3 weeks. They've lost to 2 top contending teams, and they lost to a team that's fighting for their playoff lives. And in Seattle, even with that gutsy win last night, and shout outs to the 12th man. They showed up big time last night.
Yeah.
And they showed up and showed out in Philadelphia. That felt like a playoff game. It really did because of the environment they were going in, the weather. It was raining really bad last night in Seattle. And got to give Seattle a lot of credit. They showed up, they played hard, and they got the job done.
Yes, they did. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys, it's that time once again. It is Scorpionation's time, but I think Mr. Kingdom Hearts, Joey Thornton over there, has some numbers for us.
And so what if I'm playing, or so what if I was playing Kingdom Hearts?
By the way, great series of games. Like we said, Chain of Memories, one of my favorites. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Joey, you got some numbers for us, buddy?
Indeed, I do. Seems a certain somebody wanted to copy all my scores from or copy all my results from last week, and because of that, we wound up with a tie. It was me and Steven finishing with records of 14.
You guys always do this.
14-2 last week.
That looked like an NFL season record.
Hey, reverse that record. You got the Carolina Panthers.
Pretty much. Oh. But yeah, I mean, literally, Steven and I missed a perfect week by 5 points. 5 points. The Panthers beating the Falcons, and then the Seahawks beating the Eagles.
Yep.
We literally missed about 5 points.
Okay.
Yep.
But Kevin finished third with a record of 11-5, and then Ezra rounding up the list, going 9-7.
All right. Well, yeah, they started off with a perfect 4-0, and it just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right, Thursday night game on Amazon Prime Video. The Saints heading to LA to take on the Rams.
Yes, and I do have Kevin's scores, so I will be reading them throughout our prediction battle.
Absolutely. Who wants to take
So
it?
with this, I'm going to go and start off with Kevin's score. He is picking the Rams to win at home, 20-17.
NFC South division does not know how to show up consistently. I'm going with the Rams. Better quarterback, better coach, better receivers. I'm going with the Rams 23-16.
23-21 Rams.
I got New Orleans 23-17.
Ooh, going against the grain.
I love it.
Well, I'm going to go with the Rams as well. I'm actually feeling a little odd on this one. Give me the Rams 25-23.
Is there a safety?
No. How about a game-winning field goal?
Okay. I can live with that. All right.
And the Williams going with the Rams as well, 24-17.
Okay. We got 2 Saturday games, December 23rd.
Yes, we do.
You got Cincinnati Bengals heading to Acrisure.com,
Heinz Stadium, Heinz Field.
Crypto.com, Doge.org arena to take on the Steelers.
I'm going to go and start off with my score. I'm going to go with the Bengals in this one. I think the Bengals are going to wear out the Steelers on their Acrisure, Crypto.com field, whatever you want to freaking call it. Give me the Bengals. I'm going to go 26-10.
I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I think they're going to handle the Steelers. I cannot, for the life, trust that the Steelers are going to put up that many points on the board. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Bengals as well. I'm going to go Cincinnati 27-13.
You know what, Steven? Exact same score I was thinking. 27-13.
Nice.
And Kevin is picking the Bengals over the Steelers 21-8.
And I'll take Cincinnati.
Time out here. What the fuck? What is
conversion?
2-point conversion or a fucking safety off of 2 field goals? The fuck is this shit?
Either that or it thinks the Bengals are going to go up 21-0. The Steelers score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion right there at the end.
I feel like I've been yelling at the clouds more than Mongrovi and Mike does in our Zoom meetings.
Oh, God, yes.
I had to take a shot at him. Okay, hijacker.
31-17 Cincinnati.
Okay. Let's go
Mr. William.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. William Gyrens.
He has
nothing.
Look at that. 27-10, Cincy.
Okay. All right. Final game for Saturday is on Peacock, and it is Buffalo heading to LA as well to take on the Bolts.
I'm gonna go with the Bills to beat up on the no vote Bolts. 34 to, you know what? I'm feeling no mercy. 34-3.
31-7. Bills over the small voltage people.
Give me the Bills 38-6.
Ooh.
I like that. Kevin?
Well, if you like that, you're going to love Kevin's score.
Oh, God.
He's got the Bills over the Chargers 49-7.
Holy tamale.
I guess that makes sense after the fucking
wow.
After the fucking Raiders scored 63 points, might as well give a high
hijacker. You should be proud of Williams' score. He's got the Bills winning 34-2.
What are they going to do? Give them 2 points for attempting a fucking 60-something yard field goal and hitting
Why
upright?
not? Just give them something. because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
The meatloaf reference, really, Steven?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
All right.
I got Buffalo 35-9 over the Chargers on
Oh,
the
look
top.
at you, 3 field goals.
That or a touchdown into safety.
Yeah, I'll take the touchdown and safety because Buffalo will
course
give
you
it to
will.
them in the fourth quarter.
All right, Williams.
I said 34-2.
Okay, 34-2. All right. First Sunday game. First 1 o'clock game. The Colts headed to the ATL to take on the Dirty Birds.
Give me Indianapolis. Them Dirty Birds gonna get clipped. I'm gonna go Indianapolis 24-13.
I'm going with the Colts as well. I'm going to go 27-14. And Kevin is picking the Colts over the Falcons 31-15.
28-13 Colts over the Falcons.
17-6 Indianapolis.
Okay.
Okay.
And William.
Oh, what did he call him?
Okay. Well, I'll say his score real quick, then I'll get to what he was talking about. He's got the Colts same score as me, 24-13, but he said he'll give the Chargers 2 points for the effort of coming out of the locker room.
There we go.
There you go. Good job, William. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was perfect.
Yes, it was. All right, next game is Green Bay Packers are unfortunately going to Carolina to take on the Panthers.
Oh, for the love of God, Carolina.
As much as I hate, I'll take this. As much as I hate Green Bay, and as much as I want them to just tank the rest of the season, I gotta go with the Packers. Unfortunately, it's not even gonna be close. Give me 27-3.
What is love? Beating up on Carolina, 30-3.
All right, I'm going to go with the Packers as well. I'm going to go 24-9.
Okay.
And then Kevin is picking the Packers as well. He's going pretty odd score here, 23-12.
Oh, he's off by 2 points. It should be 21-12 for all of us Rush fans. William,
Yeah.
how in the world do you have this score? He's picking the Panthers in an upset.
What?
20-17.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't even fucking agree with that at all.
I can. I'm sorry.
Hijacker.
I got a field goal fest on my hands here. Green Bay 12, Carolina 9.
Oh.
Thank you for picking a little score for Green Bay. I appreciate it. All right. Next one. Cleveland Browns going to Houston to take on the Texans. Now, that's going to be a tough one because it is Joe Flacco, right, on quarterback for the
Yes.
And the big question is, will CJ Stroud play? Because he did not play this week because he was in concussion protocol.
Yeah, I'm going to go and start off with Kevin's score. He is picking the Texans over the Browns, 27-26.
Very good score.
I'm going to go 27-24 Texans, but it's going to be closer than I would want it to be because obviously I just don't know about CJ Stroud.
I am going to go with Houston as well. I'm going to go Texans 28-23.
Okay.
I think I'm actually going to go with Houston here in a defensive battle because
Ooh.
both Houston and Cleveland, they both have dynamic defenses. So I think this could come down to a defensive battle. Give me the Texans in this one. I'm actually going to go 14-10.
24-10, Cleveland for William.
Okay. Hijacker?
I got Cleveland 17-16 over Houston.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Once again going against the grain.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Next one is an NFC North showdown. Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings in cold Minneapolis.
Give me the Lions in this one, 34-21.
Give me Detroit as well. I'm going to go with Detroit 31-17.
Very similar score to yours, Steven. 31-23, Detroit over Minnesota.
Okay.
And Kevin is picking the Lions over the Vikings, 24-21.
Awesome.
I got
Okay.
Detroit 31-23 over Minnesota.
21-20 for William. Detroit.
31-23, same score I had, Hijacker.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
True story. True story.
All right. Next game is the Commanders heading to the home of the Jets, Jets.
Can we have a tie, for the love of Christ?
Give me the Commanders in this one. Give me the Commanders in this one. This is gonna 18-3.
All right, Kevin is actually picking the Jets to win this one, 17-15.
What the fuck is he smoking? Has he been taking his daughter's cough medicine? Is he blurring out?
Well, hopefully they ID'd him before he picked it up.
There's no way I could pick the Jets or that they put up a goose egg against the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Commies, the Commanders. I'm gonna go with Washington 23-14. No, scratch that. No mercy for me. Washington 24-3.
Damn.
Oh,
17-15.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Don't do it.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Don't do it.
I'm going with the Jets.
Wow.
I'm going with the Jets. 13-12. I do not trust the Commanders right now. And plus, with now word being confirmed that Ron Rivera and some of the front office members are going to be fired at the end of the season. What the hell do we have to lose?
I love Williams' score. He's calling the Chiefs of Staff 20-12. The Commanders.
Ron Rivera, Martin Mayhew, and I think one or two more office members are going to get fired at the end of the season because Josh Harris wants to move on. And honestly, I don't blame the man. I don't blame him. So, what the hell do we have to lose? Let's tank the rest of the year. I don't give a damn anymore.
What the
Jets
hell are you
13,
waiting
Commanders
for?
12. Okay, nice dumb encore reference.
Yes.
Anyways, moving on here, we got did everybody get the scores in that game?
Yes.
Okay.
16-10 Jets.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Jacker.
Ooh, we are split down the middle.
All right, continuing on. We got the Seahawks going to Nashville to take on the Titans. You know what? I'm going with the Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks in a close one, 24-21.
Same thing here, dude. Same thing here. Get out of my head.
Give me the Seahawks in this one. I'm gonna go.
And if you notice this week, I did not call them the Sea Chickens.
I'm actually gonna go 24-14.
Give me Tennessee. Give me Tennessee in a close one.
Okay.
23-20 on a game-winning field goal.
Okay. Steven going against the grain.
Look at that. 3 consecutive scores in a row. 24-21.
Okay.
Same team. Seahawks for William.
You gave Kevin's score, right, Joey?
He did.
No, I didn't.
No, he did not.
Seahawks over the Titans 20-13.
Okay.
Okay.
Relatively close game. I like that. Next game is the first 4:00 game. Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Tampa Bay in Florida. I don't know because obviously Trevor Lawrence is also now in concussion protocol. He was in that this past on Sunday. And I don't know. Baker Mayfield's been playing decent. I guess he's been playing.
He has
good.
been playing pretty good the last couple of weeks.
I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay in this one, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be another close one. Give me Tampa Bay 28-24.
All right, Kevin is actually picking the Jaguars in this one, 20-17.
You know what? Same score as me. 20-17 Jacksonville.
I got Jacksonville 31-28 on this one.
Ooh, I love that score.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville as well. I'm gonna go 27-23.
Ooh, another great score.
And William?
And William, he has. Oh, excellent score. Buccaneers 24-21.
Okay. All right. Next one is the Arizona Cardinals going to Soldier Field to take on the Bears.
I got your back on this one, Ezra. 13-6 Chicago.
Give me the Bears. The Bears in this one, 17-10.
All right. Kevin is picking the Bears over the Cardinals, 23-21.
Give me Arizona in the upset. Give me Arizona 24-20.
Okay.
I was thinking the exact same score, but only one difference. Flipping the result. Bears 24-20.
Ooh, I love the thinking.
Nice. And Kevin?
Let's see. William, he has 30-10. Wow. Chicago.
Okay. All right. Next one is Dallas Cowboys going to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
And the road woes continue. Give me Miami to put on a masterpiece, destroying this Dallas Cowboys team. Give me Miami. I ain't showing no flipping mercy here. 38-13.
Oh, I thought you were going to go even higher, and that's why I'm going to take it higher, baby. I'm going to go with the Dolphins to lay an ass whipping on the Cowboys. 45-7.
Damn. All right, Kevin is picking the Dolphins over the Cowboys, 38-17. With a side note, Cowboys suck on the road.
Not wrong.
He's not wrong.
You give me the count. Give me the Dolphins in this one, 34-27.
Ooh,
Mm.
they're keeping it close.
Yeah.
33-17 Miami for William.
Look. As much as I would love to put the score like 48-0, I'm kind of trying to be a realist here when it comes to this. You know what I mean? Hijacker.
Yeah, Miami 35. Dallas loses again on the road 31.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
They're going to play, but they're going to lose.
All right.
again.
Sunday Night Football. New England Patriots take on the Denver Broncos in Mile High.
Give me Denver. I mean, come on. There's no way you lose to the Patriots. Give me Denver. I'm going to go with the Broncos. I'm going to go 17-7.
All right, Kevin is going with the Broncos over the Patriots, 24-19. I'm going to follow just about that same suit. I'm going to go 27-19.
Okay.
You know what? I'll be nice. I'll get the Patriots some points. I'm gonna go Broncos, same score almost. As far as Denver with the points, I'm gonna go keep their numbers, but I'll be generous since it is a holiday season. I'm gonna go Denver 17-13, just to be nice.
Give me Denver. Give me Denver in this one, 23-13.
Yeah, New England gets Mile High. New England gets Mile High 28-13.
Okay.
William has the Broncos 28-14. Ooh, doubling up on the Patriots.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Now it's
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day games. Raiders are going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs.
Give me
the Chiefs to rebound in this one because, yes, even though they beat the Patriots by 10, Patrick Mahomes knows that he needs to get the job done here. And plus, with the Raiders riding that huge wave of momentum after scoring 63 points, it's going to be, the pressure is going to be on Mahomes to perform as good as humanly possible if he wants to get the Chiefs atop the AFC West. And plus, Patrick Mahomes always tends to play his best football against conference rivals or division rivals. So give me the Chiefs in this one. I'm going to go 40-20.
Ooh, that's a very interesting score. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs as well. I think Mahomes is he's gonna rebound like you said, Joey. I think that he's gonna put up some pretty solid numbers on Christmas Day. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to beat the Raiders 35-24.
Okay.
Give me. You know what? This is a tough one, but I think the Chiefs are still going to handle business. Give me the Chiefs 20. Yeah, give me the Chiefs 27-20.
William has the Chiefs winning 24-21.
Yeah, I'm kind of questioning Kevin's score.
Sorry, 24-20. Sorry, 24-20. Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm kind of questioning Kevin's score, and I think he might have some of his daughter's cough syrup inside of him. He's got the Chiefs winning, though, but he's only got 13-10.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
All right, hijacker?
Yeah, Kansas City's destroying this one 41-17. Patty M is going to toss 5 touchdowns. Kansas City won't punt once.
Whoa, look at that.
Look at that.
Nice. All right, next up. New York Football Giants going to Philly to take on the Eagles.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. And that's why Philadelphia is going to absolutely destroy the Giants. They are feeling the agony of defeat for the past couple of weeks, and that's why Philly's going to lay a whooping on the Giants. I'm going to go Philadelphia 34-10.
Okay, 34-10. I'm going to go similar score to yours, Steven. I'm actually going to go 33-14.
33-17 Eagles.
Okay, Kevin?
He is picking. What the heck is this score? 27-25 Eagles.
40-10 for William for Philadelphia.
All right, hijacker.
37-16 Philly.
And
Okay.
now, ladies and gentlemen, the game of the week.
Yes,
The hell
it
with
is.
that. The game of the season. Because
Yes.
this could be the Super Bowl matchup.
This
Baltimore
could be.
Ravens taking on the Santa Clara 49ers.
Yeah, this is going to be the absolute game of the season. This one is going to be a shootout to
Give
the
me-
very end.
I agree. Give me the 49ers in this one. 34-31.
I'm gonna go 1 point lower than similar score. I'm gonna go with the Niners 34-30. Game winning touchdown drive.
All right.
All right, Kevin is picking the Niners over the Ravens 35-23.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. I got the perfect score for you, gentlemen.
Okay, what's that?
The 49ers are going to win on a game-winning touchdown pass from Brock Purdy to either Deebo Samuel or Christian McCaffrey. Final score 42-41.
Wow.
Hijacker?
Whoa.
I'm gonna go against the grain. I have Baltimore
Oh.
winning
Oh.
a slugfest. 31-28 Baltimore.
Nice.
I can
Nice
actually-
score.
I can honestly see why people are going to go against San Francisco in this game because Lamar Jackson over the past 2 to 3 years has only lost one game to the NFC.
Absolutely.
Only
And
one
William
game.
is going to go with the Niners as well. He's going 30-28.
All right, that completes our score predictions for week 16. Hijacker, I know you got to get ready to head into work.
Yep.
Before you do, go ahead and plug in this week's Smoking in the Bay. Why don't you?
This week on Smoke in the Bay, we have a Arturo Fuente rare pink vintage 1960s short story. Good cause of the cigar. The cigar some of its proceeds goes to the Breast Cancer Foundation. So if you guys have a chance, check it out. It comes in several different sizes. I smoked the shortest one of the few because we picked them up at our Fuente event last week. Appreciate you boys for letting me jump on with you again doing scores. And you guys have a good one, and we'll catch up with you when we catch up with you.
Hijacker, we here we want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, and we hope you guys have a happy holidays, man.
Same to you guys too. Have a Merry Christmas and safe holiday with you guys and your families as well, man.
All right, thank you, man. We'll see you next time, brother.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Hijacker.
See you, man.
Later.
Merry Christmas to you,
Later.
man.
You guys too. Merry Christmas.
And that was, of course, our boy Hijacker Mike, man. Of course, like I said, Smoke in the Bay. Smoke, the letter NTHABAY on Twitter/X. Get on there, follow him. He has some great cigar reviews. So if you are a cigar aficionado, and you love to smoke a stick or two every once in a while, look no further. Hijacker's got some great recommendations for you. He works in a cigar shop. That's where he was doing the show live today. So definitely follow him and follow him at Mr. MISTA Mac MACC on Twitter as well. That is his official account, and of course, he is the producer. He is the music curator of our Nation Sports Show, and of course, Nation Night Fights as well. So check him out on Twitter on both Smoking the Bay and at Mr. Mac. And that was our scores. So we got that in for this week. Of course, week 16's in the books. Next week, we will be talking about our predictions once week 16 has come about. And in week 17 will be interesting to find out. But Man, we got a whole slate of games coming up this week. I'm glad to be off on Sunday and Monday, so I'll be able to enjoy some great football action. Joey, as I told Steven, I will not be on next week as my work schedule is kind of switched because of the holiday season or because of the holiday. I will not be on next Tuesday. But I'm glad to be on this week and I'm glad to be back with you all. So do you guys have any final things you want to say before we wrap up the show for today?
I think I'm good.
Think I'm good as well.
Call Kingdom Hearts update. How you doing, Joey?
I'm swimming through Atlantica right now.
Awesome. By the way, if you guys have never played Kingdom Hearts, actually please check it out. Great game series. Like I said, if you have a Game Boy Advance still, which obviously some of you have, check out Chain of Memories, my favorite game in the series. But
Yeah, actually, I'm playing the very first Kingdom Hearts game on the PS2 right now.
Very nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything for me except for, of course, Nation's Corner, of course, on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Steven will give all the specifics on that. Too Sweet Cosplay and Too Sweet Cosplay. Please check us out and all that stuff. All right. Final thoughts. Joey, you're the man.
Once again, another great show with you gentlemen. Like I said in my intro, it was great being back after having to miss last week. Awesome job talking about the NBA and the football. It was great having Hijacker Mike join us here as he usually does for our score predictions.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've said it at various points throughout the show, but me personally, I would like to wish everybody out there a very Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have great time with families, great time with friends, wherever or whatever you decide to do. I hope you guys just have a great time celebrating this amazing holiday with your friends and family, and hope you guys just have an awesome time.
Absolutely, Joey. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and also too as well. I won't be on next week's show, so Happy New Year as well. So just wanted to say that.
Happy New Year as well to you too, brother.
Absolutely, man. Steven, you know how to do it.
Yes, I do. And great show with you guys. And thank you to William for being in the chat, giving your score predictions again, like you have for most of these last several weeks during the season. And thank you, as always, to our boy Hijacker Mike for joining us during the NFL pick segment. And thank you to Kevin for giving his score predictions for this week. And looking forward to having Kev hopefully on next week. And hopefully the family starts feeling better, man, because, man, there's a lot of sickness going around. RSV, COVID still, the flu, just stay safe. Stay safe out there, everybody. Take care of yourselves. And most importantly, Merry Christmas from all of us here on the Sports Show and in the Nation's Corner crew. It's been another incredible year doing this show with you guys every single week. And from time to time when I've gotten on the Nation's Corner and doing that show as well, it's always fun. And talking about professional wrestling when I've done that from time to time and helping out the guys and gal. And just very thankful, very blessed to be on this show with you guys every single week. I couldn't think of a better crew of people. I would rather spend 2+ hours talking about the world of sports, and looking forward to next week as we recap week 16 in the NFL and we preview week 17 with our score predictions. And it's been a lot of fun. So again, from all of us here on the Sports Show, the Nation's Corner crew, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. And don't forget, you can follow the Nation's Corner on Twitter at Nation's Corner, everywhere else on all the other social media platforms, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It is at the Nation's Corner. And you can follow us on Twitter at ON_Sports Show, Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show, and where we are live on YouTube at YouTube.com/Our Nation Sports Show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on both of the platforms of the Nation's Corner and Our Nation Sports Show, as week after week we dive into the world of sports and professional wrestling. And with that being said, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. And Ezra, wrap this up, my friend, as you know how to do, my friend.
Absolutely, brother. Merry Christmas to you and the family. Happy New Year to you guys as well. Just want to say that to everybody out there who's watching this. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, you guys. It's been a fun 2023. A lot of stuff done. This sports show's been doing great. We hope to take it to the next level next year. So I want to send a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to Kevin, to Joe, to Randy, William, Big T, and of course my Nation's Corner family. You guys are family for life as always. And of course the Merry Christmas also to the Too Sweet Cosplay family and community. That's Nico, Steven, Andrew. I can keep naming names. Raphael, Alexis. I can keep going on and on. Just you guys are the greatest. Thank you so much. It's been one hell of a year. It's been one hell of a holiday so far, and it's only just beginning. So for Randy Gyron, for Stephen Wyatt, for Joey Thornton, for Kevin Rory, and for everybody else, I'm Ezra Vickery. We will see you right here next week with another great edition of our Nation Sports Show. Take care, everybody. Have a great week, and we will see you all. And we will see you all next Tuesday, same time, same YouTube channel. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Turn me up.